Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Glad you made it. Guys, this video is going to be over narcissists. It's a pretty fitting day for it. And it's raining outside too, so it kind of sets the mood. Guys, I have way too much experience with narcissism. Experience I never wish I had, but I'm thankful that I do. I know what I'm looking for to avoid. We all know that narcissists will isolate you. We all know the big talking points. But here's some real practical knowledge. They will worm their way into your life. They'll call you a brother. They'll call you a sister. And they'll pretend to be a figure for you. Father, mother. They'll even pretend to be a brother or a sister. They'll do all these things in such an effort to convince you to trust them. Wholeheartedly, too. So you'll tell them things because you trust them. They'll do things for you. The deeper meaning that it means, all the better for them. They come to you in disguise, whether subconsciously or not. Because they're not in it for you. They're in it for themselves. You'll be able to tell that through arguments. It always comes out during arguments. Always does. Here's the thing. If there's conflict, especially with a narcissist, they remember things. They jot down every single thing that happens. And normal people, they don't really tend to do that. But here's why narcissists do. They look for anything that they can grasp onto to make you seem like the problem. Why? Because they want you to owe them. And here you are trying to fix the issue that you didn't start to begin with. They downplay your problems, your issues, as if they mean nothing. They always flip things around on you, and they point the finger right back at you. They don't take accountability. They run from it. And like I said, they always look for something. If they can't find anything from the past, they'll look for something right then and there. Some of the times they'll offer you gifts as a way to make them seem as though they were in it for you all along. Some of them will tell you that they were going to do something for you to win you over. They want to convince you to believe that they're a good person, but they'll do anything that they can to convince you that you're the issue. And when they can't, the passive-aggressive ones, they'll threaten relationships. They'll threaten you with ending the relationship, whether that's intimate relationships, family, or friendships. But the aggressive ones, they'll raise their voice, they'll scream, they'll even harm you physically. Why? Because they don't have control. And that's what narcissists want. They want control over you. Like I said, it starts with the convincing. If they can't convince you that you're in the wrong, they realize that they're losing control. So they escalate things, and all in an effort to gain control. They want to put you in a box. And when you're in that box, you can't escape. You're enclosed. That's exactly where they want you. I'll give you guys a couple of personal stories here. There was a situation where I stuck my neck out for a friend of mine at the time, and he betrayed me. This person took their car in to get some work done, and the company owner was extorting him for their mess up. So I stuck my neck out for this person. And when I needed them to get my back, because I had theirs, they were nowhere to be found. And I went back home and I was so angry. I wanted to punch something. And I did. I punched my washer machine. And when I punched it, I broke my hand. This bone right here. Here's the x-ray for it. Snapped it clean. Be careful. That's what they can do to you. If you have such an emotional reaction, they have control of you. It's only when there's no emotion left that they lose control. I was on the phone with one time. We were talking about religious stuff, and they started screaming over the phone. You see, the reason it got that way was because they didn't have control over the situation. You handle things with grace, boys and girl. You handle things with grace. Listen, I'm not a religious guy, but there's a certain way that you handle things. You can't get emotional at all. You have to have that emotional intelligence to keep yourself calm when your heart's racing, when your body becomes alert, excited. You have to remember to stay calm. You have to remember to stay on topic and listen. If they want to divert, if they want to shift, if they want to put the blame on you, you cut the conversation off. You say what needs to be said, what you need to say, and that's it. It's all about respect, guys. Respect for yourself. If you have no self-esteem, if you have no respect for yourself, you become a very easy target for narcissists. And a lot of people end up dead that way. So you got to take care of yourselves. You have to recognize these red flags when it comes to narcissists. When you do walk away, it's as if it meant nothing to them. When they understand what they've lost, they'll just break away like it didn't matter. Some of them will even try to beg. I tried to have one last conversation with with a former friend of mine about our friendship. I was left on red, so I said, okay, and this is the end of it. I was trying to have a respectable conversation, but you can't have those with narcissists because there's no respect there. They will constantly dance around your boundaries, waiting for the chance that you snap so that they can throw that at you. Your emotional reaction, make it seem like that is the problem. It's all the more easy to pin something else onto you because of your emotional reactions. And they'll tell you that, well, you reacted that way because of all the stuff that you've been through. They'll always tell you that they didn't do anything. They did nothing wrong. But they were just there to help you. Right. They're not there to help you. They're in it for themselves. Anything that they can get out of you. Because you guys understand that narcissists, they don't have control over themselves. Morals, values, direction. So they look to control someone else. Because it's power, you understand. It's power that they want. They don't have it in their own lives, so they want to take it from you. But you owe them as long as you let them. That's why I always tell you guys know when to walk away. I've given way too many chances to some of these people, and that's because I've known them for years. But it comes to a point to where you can't do it anymore. They'll tank your mental health, sometimes to the point of panic attacks. When you're always walking on eggshells with them. It's dangerous, guys. Don't put yourself in that situation. So recognize that they'll come to you in disguise. That's what they'll do first. They'll pretend to be your friend. They'll call you their brother, their sister, and they'll be these figures for you, especially when you have nothing else. They'll let other narcissists run all over them, but you, oh no, they'll run all over you. Some of them don't even realize what they're doing, man. Doesn't matter. What matters is you and what you do to stand up for yourself. They'll do things for you. Sometimes they'll do things that are life-saving. They'll be there for you when no one else was. That's how they gain that trust. And then the abuse happens. Maybe it's through a joke, something that was offensive to you and you didn't like, uncalled for. They'll attack you, whether through joking or through conflict. And when you have an emotional reaction to that attack, they will make such a big deal out of that. And then they'll take something that you had experienced. They'll take the issue of the conversation and direct it at you. They'll subvert themselves from accountability. But when they can't do that because you're staying on topic and you're standing up for yourself, sometimes they'll threaten the relationship. Sometimes they'll get aggressive, scream, yell, maybe even physically harm you because they lose control. They don't have control of themselves, so they're looking for it in you. You got to recognize these things, guys. Women are especially good at this. And when you do finally cut off the conversation, when you do finally cut off the relationship, it's like nothing ever happened. And they'll move on. They'll move on to the next target. They can't extort you anymore, so they'll move on. Don't ever be isolated. Keep your heart close, man. But keep your walls up, no matter what. Listen, boys, I keep telling you that group of brothers are important. But listen, you always look out for yourself first, all right? Take that to heart. Sometimes it's hard to tell who the narcissists are until the arguments. A lot of times you can tell right off the bat just how they act with others. Just a little bit of advice and experience, guys, that I wanted to share with you today. Post in the comments, guys. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know what your experiences are. And listen, if you happen to have any bits of information that can help me or anybody, put them down in the comments, man. You know, the whole point of this channel is to come together and lift each other up and help each other. Let's continue to build this community, see where this goes. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Take care of yourself up here as well as physically. Go lift, get fit, take care of each other. Then I'll talk to you soon.